All right, fellow traders, let me get a little chat back. If you could hear me loud and clear, just do a quick audio check. Good to see you all, Henry. Good to see you, John, Susan, everybody on YouTube, Facebook Live. Welcome. Good to see you all. Well, everyone, my name is Fausto from CyberTrade University. Thank you for being here. We're going to talk about how to master live orders. Now, we do a weekly broadcast every week to invite all of you to come into our trading room, and most importantly, to see if we practice what we preach. You know, you get a lot of people out there, they want to learn how to trade. They try to do it on their own. They blow up their accounts. And you know what? It's been doing this for 30 years, and I hate seeing people lose money. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go out there. I'm going to show you a couple of styles of what we do here at CyberTrade University. And then hopefully you're all going to come to realize, like, wow, I didn't realize trading was not that complicated, and I've been doing it backwards this whole time. Maybe you were trained by some other people and we're doing it the wrong way. Those are all the good things we're going to talk about. Now, a couple of things. A couple of things we're going to cover. So we're going to get into, good to see you, Stephen. Good to see you all. So we're going to change the slides. We're going to talk about an hour. On the top left-hand corner, if you're on social media, you got the QR code. You can go right from there and you can register right from there. But in the meantime, we're going to spend it's going to go fast. I would say about 45 minutes. And then we'll, once again, we'll start teaching you how to trade and market. First of all, just a quick little warning, just to let you know, this is just strictly educational. It's good, things vary from student to student, and I'm not going to make any promises or guarantees. So please be very wise before you go out there and make your first trades. Now, my question to everybody is this: how long have you all been trading for? Okay, just want to kind of get a little sense of direction. Everyone here. And you know what? I got some poll questions, and we'll be able to share those too. About 3 years, 8 years, 20 years. How about some of you on social media? I don't hear anybody here from social. 2 years, Matt. Okay. 25 years. All right. Wow, that's a lot of people. That's a lot right there. Let me see something here. Hold on one second. Polls. And now my next question is this. How long, we do a poll right here. How long have you been doing it seriously for? I'm going to do a quick poll right here. Has it been, I know a lot of people have been trading for a long time, but have you been doing it for a couple of days, couple of months? I'm going to share this poll so you guys can see it here, also on social media. So you can see everyone's filling out the poll right there. We got two rooms that we're running. We're running our trading room, and also we're having it here. All right. So we'll share that results. You can see all these orders coming in here and see how everybody's grading it. All right, good. So we'll post those results. Okay, and you can see what those results are. All right, so listen, I've been doing this for 30 years, okay? And I live here in New York. This is the financial capital of the world. I was trained by some of the best traders. And let me tell you something. As much as you think you've been trading for a long time or maybe starting to take it seriously, well, I've taken the concept that I've learned as a professional market maker, working for some of the most powerful, most successful trading firms, prop firms in the industry. And I started the first school in today's industry. And if you click on that, if everybody has their cell phone right here, and if you click on that QR code on the top left-hand corner, you'll be able to come and join us in that trading for a week. So you know what? If you sign up now, you're going to sign up at the end, but you have to understand something. A lot of you here think just because you're taking some classes and reading some books and watching YouTube videos, they don't talk back to you, okay? You have to have the customer service. You got to have the support. You got to have the people who are going to tell you how these things work. And that's what my goal is today. My goal today is to show you what is going on and why we're trading these stocks. Now, let me go out there and let me just show you a couple of things right here. Here's a couple of stocks that we were trading today, all right? Now, I know some of the traders in the cyber group room right now could justify what we traded, but look at some of these stocks that we traded. I want to start with Ocean, for example. Look at this stock. I know some of you watched me live this morning. We broadcast live at 9 a.m. Eastern, and we are at 2:30. But look at the stock Ocean right here. This stock started right around 8:30 in the morning and ran from $5.60 all the way until the market opened up at 9:15, ran to $8 a share, okay? That is day trading in the pre-market at its best. Ahi, another one. Look at this stock right at the open. This thing ran from $1.70 right at the open, shot up to $2.60. Okay. Couple other ones up here. UCAR, which is obviously moving pretty nicely. UCAR, this stock started at $9.55, started picking a momentum, went from $5.80. Look at this thing, went all the way to a price of $9 a share. Now you have to ask yourself something. That's just one of several that we've traded. Okay. I can go on and on and on. And believe me, I don't like talking about winners. I like focusing more on losers, because some of you probably asking, oh, where did you get in? How do we know you made money? How do we know lose money? Well, this is what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to invite every one of you to watch us trade these stocks live in the market. But I want you to realize, some of you out there are thinking, oh, but what about AMD? Why is that down? Oh, what about NVIDIA? You know what I mean? Why should I go trade a $400 stock when I could risk almost 100 times less and trade a stocks up 144% like Ahi? These are the things you got to know. But you know what's the most important thing you got to learn today? You got to know why these things are going up. Who drove them up? What's making them go higher and what makes them go lower? So before I get started, let me just tell you how it all began. All right. Like I said, I started about 30 years ago. I'm the author of the book of How to Beat Market Makers at Their Own Game. We were featured on Forbes magazine as a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. That's what trading is all about. And I've also competed against some of the best traders in the industry. I beat every school I went up against, till the day of today. Actually, believe it or not, I should be a 25-time champion. Half the people didn't want to show up because they didn't want to embarrass themselves. Why is that? Because a lot of people look good on TV. They sound pretty good, but they don't know how to play the game. And that's what I'm going to show you today. So over those years, teaching people and making some people very successful, maybe people realize it wasn't for them. It's all about knowing how to play the game. And actually, tomorrow I will be live at the NASDAQ. You can watch me live on Twitter, because even NASDAQ recognizes that if they have successful people know how to play the game, you'll know what you're doing. You'll love trading the markets, and you might not need these stockbrokers and traders anymore, because you know what? You could really do it on your own. Now, this is why majority of traders fail, because that's where I like to spend most of my time today to kind of explain to you, because I don't want to pour a lemon on a wound, but you know what? You have to come to reality, and someone has to be the adult in the room. Everybody wants to go out there and get newsletters. They want everyone to tell them what to do. No, that's not what you need. What you need to know, what you need to do is how to follow the big money. That's it. It's all about following the big orders. You know what? How do you really know how to interpret news? How do you really know how to interpret earnings announcements? How do you know that? How many times have you listened on TV and you listen to these analysts and they say one thing and the opposite happens? Okay. Because they're not traders. Okay. It all starts what we're going to learn today, because when you start seeing this, you're going to see why Cybertrade University has been ranked the #1 school, having the highest rating in Google, has been endorsed by more brokerage firms than any school in the industry. And you're going to prove it when I'm going to show you to in the next few moments. So let's talk about basically going into the market. And people always ask, how do you find these stocks, Fausto? I've been watching you for a while and everything else. I don't have any crystal ball. I have the same tools that you have. And the #1 tool that you need to have is a big percentage gainer and loser. Okay. That really does it. Now, there are a lot of stocks in the moving and the big percentage gainers. You know, there are over 25,000 stocks, but you probably asking, how do you know which one is going to give you the least amount of risk with the high amount of reward? We're going to show you that in our trading room. Okay. We're going to get there. We'll show it to you. But the thing is, I'm just trying to come out, and being honest with you that there's no crystal ball out there. I'm not sitting there, dissecting and, P ratios and book values. I'm not an analyst. I'm a trader, and neither are you. But you know what control the markets? It's not these analysts. It's the people that trade about 70% of the volume of the stock. That's what controls the market. Now, finding them are very easy. Okay. The thing you have to know is what's the most important matter is where to get in and where to get out. And it all starts of what we're going to talk about right now. Now, listen, this is where I need most of your attention. Okay. And I'm going to do a quick poll. And I want to see how all of you answer this question. Now, my poll question is this. I'm going to load up a question right here. Now, once again, the only people could share this is the ones that are in the trading room. Remember, we got 2 rooms going on here. I'm going to start the poll. All right. And I'll share it. You guys can watch it live. Okay. So now everyone just tell me, does anyone here have level 3 quotes? So you're watching this on real time. By the way, if you're in watching social media, you could put it in the chat room. Just tell me yes or no. Okay. All right. As we're watching this, so we're about close to 50-50. All right. You share that. There you go. All right, good. So you're talking about 50-50 that we have out there. Now, what you're about to learn right now, fellow traders, is going to be quite disturbing. And let me tell you what. I'm about to show you where just on the NASDAQ book viewer, you are going to be able to see where 50% of where all the buyers and sellers are. Now, let me repeat that because I don't know if that really synced in your head. Okay. How much smarter and better trading decisions are you going to make by knowing where 50% of the buyers and sellers are in a stock that you're in right now? Not 2%, not 1%, 50%. Okay? It's unheard of. And I am also going to tell you where to get this. Okay? Now, let me show you the value and let me show you how it works. Now, once again, I will be live on NASDAQ tomorrow. I'm there as a regular guest, but tomorrow I'm going to be there and you're all welcome to watch it. Got a great show to show you there. But let's talk. Let me explain to you what we're looking at. So right here, you'll notice that there are buyers that make support, and you have resistance that make the sellers. We're going to focus on buyers and sellers. Okay. Now, as much as you might think support and resistance is irrelevant. Okay. What is relevant is where the buyers and sellers are. So let's look at PLTR, for example. All right. Now you see PLTR is going down. It started around 1660. And then all of a sudden, right around after an hour, around 1030, it has this tough time breaking this support level of right around $15.60. 11, 11:30, 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30. It just does not want to go past 1565. Now, why would that be? Well, when you look over here on the book viewer and you go to the actual exchange, okay, you'll see that there are 15 orders out there, and there are 84,000 shares that make up the 15 orders out there at $15.65. Now, there are buyers everywhere. You got buyers, 100 shares, buyers, you got 25 shares, 10 shares. Look at all these buyers out there. Look at all these sellers out there. But the more predominant buyer is sitting smack in your face right there at 1565. Now, once again, how do stocks go up and go down? Buyers and sellers. That's it. Okay. So if a stock is going down, let's think about this for a second. What can make a stock stop going lower? We need buyers, not support. We need buyers, because support in the past is not always indicative of the future. And right there, we see it clear as day, probably 100 times more of the average order at any other given price is sitting there smacking your face. And that's the reason why. Robert on YouTube has a question. Fausto, what is the difference between NASDAQ Book Viewer and Total View? Do you need to pay both subscriptions to have it? NASDAQ Total View is the same thing. Okay, it's the same thing. The Book Viewer, they kind of changed the name. Total View and Book Viewer is the same thing. Okay, just certain brokerage firms name it differently. All right, now let's continue here and move forward. Okay, here we have a stock going up. We're looking at Mara. And Mara starts at 930, hits the resistance levels here around 1065, comes back down, 1065, comes back down. What made it stop going higher past 1065? Well, it's obviously got to be someone selling it. It's not a resistance in the past because, like I said, they're not indicative of the future. But you look right here, you'll see that, boom, there's a resistance levels on the NASDAQ Book Viewer of 92,000 shares sitting there at 1070. Now, just work your way down that list. 4,000, 3,000, 10,000, 4,000, 3,000, 1,000, 92,000. That is almost 10 times more the average at any given price. So if I was looking at the stock and I want to have a game plan, my game plan is always to take a profit. And if I didn't have that game plan and was not able to see the future, well, hell, that future profit became now a future loss. Is that what you want? Well, that's how people blow up their accounts. Because how many times have you had a winner and you convert it into a loser? And the reason is because you were not focused on the orders in the future. You kept looking at maybe some indicators, some Bollinger Band, some MACD, all those things. All right. Now let's go over a few other trades that we did this week. All right. And by the way, does everyone have their phone with them? Everybody have their phone with you? I'm going to give you the QR code where you can get this. You can go right to the exchange. Not your broker, because believe me, they don't want to give you this stuff. They don't want you to see what they're doing behind the backside. But I'm going to bring you right to the NASDAQ exchange, and I will get you this software, okay, that you could have on, right on your computer and be able to download it and have fun with it, okay? Now, let's go over a couple other trades right here. Let's look at Space, for example, right? Space had a really nice run this week. Okay, you probably heard about it. Virgin Atlantic is now going to start going up, into space. Daniel, we're gonna get to that. Okay, we're gonna get to level 4 too. Okay, right now we're just gonna start with level 3. All right. So here we have a stock Space. Stock goes up. You could see hit a resistance level of $6, and then after around 12.15, it started coming down. Now, my question to you is this: the stock hit a resistance level and it's going down. How do we find, you own a position, you're losing money, and you're like, oh my God, what do I do? Do I sell it here? What do we need for the stock to stop going down, everyone? What is going to make a support level? Daniel, correct. Anyone here? Robert, what about you? I see you chatting on YouTube. Severe says buyers. Anyone else? Daniel says buyers. Okay. Could I get everybody's attention, please? All right. Could everyone just say buyers, please, in the trading room? Just go out there and say buyers. So I know that you're listening. I just want to make sure that everyone's paying attention. Okay. Now, think about this. Do you see buyers on a chart? Yes or no? Do you guys see buyers? I don't see crap. I don't see anything. I just see things going down. What do we need? We need NASDAQ level 3, okay, which is what I call. Now I'm going to look on the bid side because remember, I'm losing money. I need to find where all the buyers are at because they're the ones that know better than me. And what we have right here is we have 89,000 shares. We got 16 orders at 560, okay? That's what we got going on right there. So I don't know. Who am I going to trust? The 800 share buyer, the 5,000 share buyer, the 89,000 share buyer, or Alan from Montreal that still has not answered back yet? Okay. What does he think? Because he's got a good YouTube channel. You know what I mean? So, I mean, think about this. It's almost like common sense because look what ended up happening to the stock. It went right up to that support level, came right back down, and boom, it went right back up. It's almost like, what made that stock go up and down. By the way, can everyone see it? Everyone should be able to see my screen. You have a little tab up there. You can click on the tab where it says screen 1. You should be able to see it. Okay, good. Just making sure. Some people are having an issue. They can't see it. All right. Now, was that hard? Was that difficult? All right. Let's look at Apple. Okay. Why is Apple going up? By the way, Ricardo, if you can't see anything, well, basically up on the top left-hand corner, you'll see what says Fausto screen 1. You should be able to see it. Okay, just click on that link. All right. Or you can log into our YouTube channel. Just log into our YouTube. If anyone's having issues, could someone in staff, just put the YouTube channel there so everybody could just access it and they could watch it from there. There you go. Thank you very much. All right. So what making the stock go up? Buyers. Buyers is driving the stock go from 184 to 186, right? Now, where are the big orders? Let's have a little fun here. Where are the big orders in Apple? See if you guys can figure this one out. Let's see where everyone has an answer here. Where do you see the big orders on Apple? Yeah, think about this for a second, don't you? Carla, John, Daniel, 185.87, 186 penny, 185, 186 and 10 cents. Anyone else? 185.75. Okay. All right. What about everyone on YouTube? I didn't hear anybody there. Well, with that said, let's just get right to the answer, right? So if you said 186.10, you got a 50,000 share buyer out there. Does everybody see that right there? 50,000 shares. Seller. So with that big seller out there, where do you think the stock's going to hit resistance? Where do you think it's going to hit resistance? I don't know. I could tell you this. From what the chart tells me, it's going up. But the goal is this. How many times have you owned a stock and now all of a sudden, you want to know, do I take my profit now? Is it ready to get out? Well, your goal is you need to know where the resistance levels are at all times. You need to know not only what the resistance is, where the sellers are. And there's your big seller. As much as the stock look like it's going higher, you could sit there and analyze it all you want. But look what ended up happening. It hit that price of 865, 186.50. 186, let's use an even number, came back down to 184, came all the way to 186, came back down to 185. And it did that from 10 o'clock, 11, 12, 1 o'clock. It's like, hello? I mean, it's almost like common sense. How many times have you owned a stock and like, damn it, why didn't I sell it? Who's pushing the stock down? Well, it's got to be somebody, and that somebody is those 41 orders out there of trades going around the entire world that make up the 50,000 share seller, 50,000 shares at 186. That's it. Now, let me ask everyone here, did I lose anybody? Is anyone confused? I don't think so, right? No. Anyone? How about on YouTube? How about on Twitter? Anyone? Manuel, I didn't lose you, right? John, you didn't get lost. Obviously, John, you being a student here forever. Mark, new trial member, lost? No. How much smarter and better trading decisions if you were able to see that? How many times have you gone out there and would say, damn it, how did I not know that? Or how do you feel sometimes that people are watching you? And why is every time I buy it, the thing goes down? Every time I sell it, it goes up. Nobody's watching you. You're not watching them. That's the reason why. Now, does everybody have their phone? You probably want to ask me this. Okay, how do I get the book viewer? Okay, now let me explain something to you. I don't work for NASDAQ. All right, I am just here to do you all a big favor, because when I show you how to trade and you see these tools, are like, you know what? This guy knows what he's talking about. His staff knows what he's talking about. I've done the reviews. I think they know what they're talking about. Maybe if I like this job, maybe I should hang out with people that are very good at it and stop pretending and then being part of a family. Because guess what? I made that mistake when I started. I made that dumb mistake when I went out there trading. Now, everybody ready for the big news here? Here's the big news. When I started trading about 30 years ago, I used to pay $1,000 a month for this software. That's what they wanted. NASDAQ wanted $1,000 for it. Okay. Now the question to you is this: $1,000. Would you pay $1,000 for this software? Would you pay? I mean, back then, I don't think anyone's like, well, listen, you want a good restaurant, you want a good traffic, you get what you pay for, right? So obviously most people said no. Me, after seeing the people in that trading room that were using this platform and they're driving, had that nice apartments in Manhattan, and they were driving all those nice fancy cars, and you wonder like, well, I guess if they're making money and I'm not, and they're paying for it, and I wasn't, what do I got to lose? I do it for a month, doesn't work out, I change my mind. Well, guess what? It's not 1,000. It's not even 500. It's not even $100. They brought the price down to $15. That's it. $15 a month. Okay? $15. Why would you not want to pay $15 a month for this? I have the absolute, no idea. So listen, take your phone right now, scan that QR code. Get it for $15 to see 50% of the volume in a stock that you're in. 50%. Okay? Listen, right here, I'm going to bring up the live data. Okay? Give me a second right here. It looks like I got timed out. Hold on one second. I'm going to have a little fun with you. All right? So I'm going to go to, this is the NASDAQ website. Okay. I'm going to log in. You could see it right there. It says $15 a month. It's only $76. I got this question someone asked me. What's the difference between the 15 and 76? Unless you are a stockbroker or a hedge fund, a mutual fund, then, they charge you professional fees. But if you're just an individual like you and I, it's $15. Okay. So I'm going to click over here. I'm going to sign in, launch my browser. And here we are. Here we are. We're looking at the data. All right. Now, if anyone here, tell me, what do you, I got to do fix the filters here first. Let me select some columns here. I am missing orders. There we go. There we go. All right. Now, does anybody want to give me a stock? Anyone want to look up a stock? I'll look up a stock for you in real time. Right here, real time. Anyone here have a stock? Apple. We'll look at Apple. AAPL. Okay, Apple. All right. So if you're looking at Apple right now, you got a 26,000 share seller right now at 184 and 20 cents. Everybody see that right there? That is probably the biggest order out there, right? Now, let's go over here and let me look at something a little bit smaller. Hold on. Here is the market. Okay, we got an intraday chart. And I'm going to type in Apple here, AAPL. And if you look right here, we say 174. So right around here, this resistance level, see that resistance levels from pre-market and here? That is basically resistance, kind of explains what that 26,000 share seller is doing. Let's look at another one. AMD on YouTube from Robert. So we got AMD. We'll look at AMD here. AMD. So AMD, you really don't have any big buyers out here. A 2,000 share buyer at 112. And that's about it. There's no real big orders out there. That's probably why it's not going anywhere. All right. So not really too much help right there. Let's look at PPTA from Fernando. Not really that. We got a 10,000 share buyer out here at 340. PPTA. You can see it kind of hit some support levels here, but it's not really trading that much volume, kind of slow. Anyone else? QQQs are probably difficult because QQQs, it's more of an ETF. So it's kind of hard to see orders, but you got 4,000 share buyers, everything else. I'll show you a pretty cool one that we traded. How about Nikola? You guys see Nikola? This has nice orders. Look at this. 160,000 shares, 135,000. You got some 80,000, 20. Look at these big orders. Look at this one. $1.60 right here. You see that resistance levels there? Here's a stock that goes from $1.30 to 160. See that? You see that right there? That resistance is that big order right there for right there. 160 for 163,000, 199 orders, and another 135 at 163. That is what we look for. Now, you're telling me you don't want to pay $15 a month for that. Are you kidding me? This is what I'm talking about. You need to follow the money. So get your phone, and step up to the plate, because that's what trading is all about. Now, at the end of this presentation, when you come to my trading room, I have a couple of videos because I need to teach you how to use the platform. There's ways of customizing it, fixing the defaults. I'm going to give you all that stuff. So don't forget, don't forget, there's going to be more that comes along with it. Now, let me talk about level 4 now. Then there's another platform out there. It's a little bit more expensive. Okay. Well, it's a lot more expensive. NASDAQ Book View is a good way of getting started. When you become a student, then you'll see why the value is one versus the other. But let me tell you what level 4 is. Here, we're going to see it more on a heat map. Okay. So on the left-hand side, let's just say here's your level 3, your book viewer. And on the right side, on the left side, you'll see on level 4 more of a heat map. And what's nice about this is that you could see how long he's been out there. Did he add to his position? Did he remove from it? I'll give you an example. Here's a stock we're looking at, PLTR. Okay, it started right around 9:30 at $16. It's shooting up, and you'll notice that this seller for about 250,000 shares is at $17. Okay, you see him right there. Now, if you own a stock at $16.44, what do you think you should be doing when you get close to 17? What do you all think? Should we buy more? Should we call our broker? Should we check the news? Why? What's 17 mean? What do we do? John, one of our students, hit the nail on the head. Take a profit. Maybe put some puts out there, Daniel. Absolutely, you could do that. Take the money. Well, think about this. What is 16 minus 17? Let's do that. What is 16 minus 17? 1, right? $1. $1 times 1,000 shares is $1,000 in less than what? I don't know. 45 minutes? You do that every day. That's $250,000 salary. Who doesn't want that job? You still have a problem paying $15 a month? Okay. All right. Look what happened as we get closer to that big 17. He went from $250,000. Now he just added an additional 100,000. Okay. And look what happened when we got close to it. If you weren't prepared to get out of it, now look what happened. It went all the way back down to 1580. So not only did you lose that $1,000 profit, now you're down 300. How many of you have done that in the past? How many of you gone out there and be like, why didn't I sell at 17? What was I thinking? And who's the one that's responsible for stopping at 17? The guy on TV didn't tell me that. The Thinkorswim or the Trade Station or whatever platform didn't tell me that. My newsletter didn't tell me that. Oh, I got something better. Oh, Mr. Fibonacci indicator didn't tell me that. No, you know what did tell you that? Fausto Puglisi from Cybertrade University told you if you follow the orders, he told you that, and you could have figured it out on your own. Now, I'm going to say this again. Did I lose anybody? Did I lose anybody yet? I hope not. Because what you're seeing right now is only going to get better and more fun. Okay? Manuel says, not me. Good. So I guess everybody's going to come and join me and watch this live in the market. Okay? Well, guess what? I'm not done yet. I got a couple of more. All right. AI. Everyone heard about the AI stock, the whole AI frenzy. It's all over TV. Well, you know what? That's great. That causes volatility. But with volatility, you got to know where program trading is, where the dark pools are, where what we call the iceberg orders are, the big block ones. And we notice right here, right around 40, we have a seller of 125,000. And look, guess what? If you own at 37 and you're getting close to that 40, I don't know about you, but that sounds like a lot of money. I think I would take it. Now, here's the thing. You ever heard of a breakout? Here you have a stock that just broke out through 40. Now, how is that even possible? You ever see stocks that do breakouts, even though that you're saying, well, there was a big order out there, it should have went down. Yes, the right decision was to get out. But in this situation, the stock, someone said, you know what? I'm still a buyer on it. I want to buy it. And that's why the stock went from 40 up to 41, because that is what's called a breakout. And not only is it a breakout, but that seller now all of a sudden became a buyer. So when you're sitting there trying to figure out, like, Well, what's driving the stock up now? I mean, I thought it used Fausto. You said it was a resistance. It was a seller. Yeah, there was. But ever see people go out there and pay more money for a house and be like, damn, I can't believe it went that much more money. And then all of a sudden you're finding out that you're paying more for it than you could have bought it last year for. Well, guess what? Buyers could become sellers and sellers could become buyers, because this seller out there now became a big buyer. And now that big resistance has now become a big support. And look what happened to the stock. It ran all the way up in a matter of 1 hour, an hour and a half. It ran from $41 to $45 a share, because that big order out there that got executed decided, says, crap, I got to buy back the stock. And you know what? You had since 11:30 up until 12:30, you had an hour to visually see that guy was not going anywhere and he was not getting executed. And that's what drove that stock. And you had up until 12:30 to jump in, and you could have got in at 41, and you could have rolled that stock up to 45 in less than 30 minutes. How many of you have watched stocks point blank right in your face and be like, how did I not jump into that stock? And for the life of God of me, who ran that stock up? This is why you have to be part of Cyber Trade University. This is why all of you need to understand how to play the game of trading. A couple of questions came across here. Robert's question, but how do we be sure that there would be a breakout? Robert, that's a great question, and I got the best answer for you. And I'm going to tell you within 5 minutes, 5 more minutes, how to get involved, okay? Because you and everybody else in this room that are listening in, or maybe watching this as a recording, whatever it is, want to know, how could I have had that game plan not to make that same mistake, okay? Because there's no better time to learn aside by, than with a team, which is a Cyber Trade University. Once again, I have traders in the room right now, okay? Some of you that are logged into the room, some of you on YouTube, they'll be happy to share their thoughts. But look at this stock on AI. Look at John. Made himself, he traded an option call. The June 2nd, 35 calls. He got in at, 3:15. He got out at 8:35. I mean, the guy killed it. Look at Phil, one of our diamond students, made $5 just trading the stock. Look at Alex, okay? Bought the stock at 326 and got out at, did the options calls, got in, 393, not options. He did 390, was that 39.62, got out at 42.80. You're going to meet these people. You're going to meet them. And believe me, they want you to be part of CTU, because you know what? Some of you are going to be able to give good content in the room, because if you get it, we all work together. That's what trading is all about. Not by you sitting at home by yourself, playing on your computer, waiting, having sign up to these newsletters. It's time to learn how to be on the other side of the phone, okay? You know, and I know I'm right. And how do I know that? Because when's the last time you spoke to someone that was a market maker, that was a Wall Street trader, okay? I have some of the most powerful traders in the world that live in my town. I have some of the most successful, biggest traders that live across the street from my house. You think you're going to beat them? They're in my country club. They'll run circles around you, okay? But don't worry about it. I got good news. They don't care about you, okay? You and I, we just want to get the crumbs. These people are moving millions and millions of shares. You think they care about you buying 100 shares, 500 shares? Meanwhile, a lot of us could be like, that's a lot of money for us. They don't care about you, okay? You know what they care about? They care about something I'm going to tell you right now, which no one will tell you. They care about you opening up an account with an online broker so they can make money on and pay your broker payment per order flow, where they could see your orders so they could trade against you. These are the things that they want. They hate me, but they like me. They understand that, listen, you know how many people are in this room? You know how many people trade in the market? There are over 25 million traders, okay? You know how many traders are in the room? A couple of hundred. Okay, maybe less. You think they care about us? Listen, they know that 99% of the people in this world are ignorant and just, you know what? And they can't help them. So I'm just hopefully doing a good cause to get everyone here to realize that, you know what? I got to learn how to trade. You know what I mean? I've done it. I've seen it. I've done my homework. This makes sense to me. Let me go out there and learn how to do it. And this is why Cyber Trade University, has been endorsed by some of the biggest brokerage firm in the industry. Let me ask everybody a question here. Okay. I want to do a quick poll. All right. I'm just curious. Do I have it here? No, I don't. Okay. So I don't have the poll right here. I got to put it up there. But how many of you here have been trained by someone? Okay. And the person that trained you, are they endorsed by NASDAQ? Are they endorsed by Tastyworks? Are they endorsed by, TradeStation, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab? Have they ever done presentations? I can almost guarantee you 99% of you say no. And let me tell you, these brokerage firms, they do credit checks on us, background checks. Okay. You think they want to endorse somebody that might get investigated by the FTC or doing something wrong, or teaching their traders how to lose money? You got to do your homework. You have to do your homework. But I love what I do, and that's why. And I'm not here to bash anybody, but I'm just trying to teach you how to be smarter and better traders. And this is why if you go to Google, you'll see us. We got almost a 5-star rating. Actually, the only reason why I didn't get a 5 rating because a competitor out there was so jealous and he knocked me down by 1/10 of a point. Okay, it happens. It happens. But anyway, you still won't find that by anyone. Standards. So this is what's going to happen. This is what I'm going to do. I want to invite all of you guys to come into my trading room, my live trading room, where we have hundreds of traders out there that are doing exactly what you're doing and want you to succeed, because if you succeed, they succeed, because this is a team effort. Now, this is what we do. We do live commentary from 9 a.m. in the morning to 10:30, and then we continue the commentary in the afternoon. But we trade all day. We do live commentary audio at those times, but we're trading all day long. And not only that, but we have weekly educational classes. We have some of the most renowned gurus in the industry that will come out there, that will give you their feedback that we basically have endorsed to kind of learn something. Maybe you want to trade futures, maybe you want to trade Forex, maybe you want to trade options, maybe you want to do some swing trading. Okay. Listen, there are a lot of other good schools out there, and we all work together like a team. And believe me, we'll have them come here and they'll be happy to kind of share that knowledge with you. Now, is everybody ready to get started? I'm going to give you one more QR code, and I'm going to give you one more link. This is all you have to do. It's not going to cost you $100. It's not going to cost you $50. It's not going to cost you $15. It's going to cost you $9. That's it. I am looking for serious traders. Listen, I could do this for free, but I know that if I did it for free, some of you would not take it seriously, and I'd rather have you have some skin in the game. And guess what? After a week, I'll give you $9 back if you're not interested, okay? But I'm looking for serious traders. That's it. And I'm not going to charge you after a week. I'm not going to hit you with a $200 fine, fee, whatever it is. It's only going to cost you $9. So I am looking for serious traders that want to learn the style and want to learn how to, oops, looks like someone just registered right now. What was that link? Okay. To go out there and trade side by side with my instructors, my traders, everybody. Now, this is what you're going to get for the trial. You're going to get 1 week access in the trading room. By the way, if you hear that pinging, that's basically people registering. You're going to get access to the trading room from pre-market to aftermarket, from 7:45 to 4:30. You're going to get 3 pro workshops. You're going to get Traders Talk Library, okay? And last but not least, one more thing. If you register right now, I will give the first 20 people a live personal call with me, okay? Now, you're probably thinking about like, whoa, this is kind of scary. Fausto Puglisi is going to talk to me for $9. Why would he do that? Listen, you put some skin in the game. I need to see if you basically got in you. I have to interview you, okay? And And the thing is this, you might not like what you hear, but you might be ecstatic and be like, you know what? I want to do this the right way. So right now you're interviewing us. And then when you're in the trading room and we practice what we preach and you start seeing the stocks that we trade and you're learning how we control losses, then the next step is I need to make sure that if you're qualified to continue to do that. And I think everyone would like the idea that before you go in under the knife with a doctor, I think you probably would like to get his opinion if you're doing the right thing. Because some doctors be like, oh yeah, you need surgery because they're going to make money on the insurance, right? Well, I'm not that type of a trader because that's why I've been around for 30 years. So go out there, get your QR code, scan that right now, or click on that link, dish out the $9 right now, and let's get in the trading room and let's go out there and make money together. And most importantly, how to control those losses, which most of you are making a mistake. Now, what I like to do right now is I want to take out some questions. Some people have any questions right here. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll be happy to answer them. A couple of things I do want to point out. When you do register, we are going to ask for 5 questions, a questionnaire. We want to get to know a little bit about you. Let us know what broker you have because we want to know if you have the right one. Are you using level 3, a book viewer? And, basically just little basic questions like that. The more you tell us about yourself, the better we can advise you what you're doing right and wrong. Okay. Do we need to register for the trial for the 1 week or can we done next week? No, Daniel, you have to register now and you could start next week. So let's just say you're not, with the holidays or you're ready. Just listen, I wouldn't waste any time. Just register and get it out of the way. But if you want to, let's say you're going away and whatever, we'll get that to you. Does NASDAQ sell level 4? No, they don't. No, they don't. NASDAQ has their own. Okay. And the thing is this, forget about level 4 right now. All right. You don't need it. All right. I don't want you to spend money, something you don't even interpret what the orders are right now. You don't even listen. Don't take this the wrong way. Okay. I don't know who you are, where you came from, but personally, I would tell everybody you don't even know how to trade. Everyone was so focused on the past. I'm teaching you the future. Just do this $9 trial right now. Don't worry about it then. That's all I'm asking. And, go to NASDAQ and pay the $15 and get their book viewer. All right. Let's start off with that and then we'll go from there. All right. There's the link. We just posted up there again. A couple of shout outs. You could hear that binging that I'm getting right now. And that's people that are registering. First of all, I'd like to thank Roberto. I guess that's you right there. Roberto, I just got your registration from Florida. Welcome aboard. Kate from Chicago, just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Okay, look forward to seeing you. Kathy, just got your registration from Chicago, from California. Appreciate the vote of confidence. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions out there? I'm just kind of reading them off that you have here. Listen, when I come to these events, I look forward that every single one here should be registered. Okay, everyone should be registered. I don't know why anyone would not want to know the truth unless you're in denial. Listen, stop kidding yourself. I've just taught you how to read the future. Okay. What's the worst thing that could happen? That you're in a position and you could see that there's a 250,000 share order out, something that somebody called you up and said it's going higher. That's great. It might. But why don't we see what happens to that big iceberg order out there before we do that? And I can almost guarantee you they have absolutely no clue that that stuff even exists. And a lot of you probably even know it even exists until you came here today. But you can't go out there and just say, oh, Fausto taught me, I saw it, let me go out there. Take the $9, make the contribution, and see what it's like to go out there and see it live in the market. And then hopefully, like I said, and be able to talk to me on the phone. Because I know for a fact, a lot of you here listening have taken courses from other people, and you probably never, if you're probably lucky, spoke to someone even at the company, but probably never even spoke to the owner. Because you know what? They don't have an invested interest in you. We do. I do. Because if I teach you how to make money, I'm going to make money with you. A couple of more shout outs right here. Appreciate it. Hugh S. from California, St. Marino, California. You got registration. Welcome aboard. Any other questions? Robert, yes. How can I be sure that this is a breakout instead of a resistance and it's a stock comes breaking down? Robert, like I said earlier, take the $9, okay? Because I see you registered. You're in there. I'm going to cover it, in a live trading market. But the way you're going to see that, just kind of reiterate a little bit more. There is something called time and sales. Let me just show it to you right here. See time and sales right here. These are live orders, and we're going to see orders out there where we see resistance, and we'll start seeing those orders getting executed. And if they're getting executed and someone's buying it from him, that will drive the stock to go higher. Okay. Ricardo has a question. How much capital is required for this course? Very simple. $9. That's it. You listen. All you need right now is $9. Don't worry about, what about the PT rule? What about this? What about, do I need a brokerage? Listen, we don't want you to buy nada, nothing, zero. Your goal is just to come in here and to see if other people like yourself can make money, how you could think for yourself. That's all you need. That's all you need to know right now, okay? I am just looking for serious traders. That's all I'm looking for. Now, don't worry about, do I need a brokerage account? Do I need to open it? No, there's nothing. Okay. You just turned 17 years old. You can get a car. I got to teach you how to drive the car before we go buy it. Oh, well, you got to teach me. I can figure out on my own. Yeah. Anyone here have kids? Anyone here ever taught that kid how to drive? The scariest thing in the world. To first get into a car with someone that never drove before. You scared the crap. But you know it's got to be done. What are you going to do? Bring them on the local street, or are you going to start off on a parking lot? Oh, why we got to start in the parking lot? Because there's no cars out there. If you hit something, it's the same crap. Trading's the same thing. And you're the kid, you're the kid that's going out there driving on the parkway and not even know what you're doing. That's why it's such a big failure rate. That's why 90% of people fail. So let's go out there, stop focusing on the past, and let's get rid of these stupid indicators, okay? And stop being sold to buy options because it's a poor man playing the rich man's game. Listen, you can make money with that, but you got to learn how to trade the stock first. That's the goal. Well, Robert, before you get into the room, everybody here is going to get access to an education advisor. They're going to tell you how to get in there. They're going to do a walkthrough because we don't want you in the room because you're going to get lost, okay? All right, traders, listen, I'm going to get ready to go. Thanks, everybody, for coming in here and registering. Listen, if you're watching this recording, you could still register. Just click on that link and get us in, and you can get into the room. Once again, you got that QR code. You could scan it, or you could type in that address. Cyber traders that are here, thanks for coming here. Thanks for supporting us. It looks like we did a good job today trying to recruit some new traders. Hopefully, we could teach them to be as good as you guys, and hopefully they'll stick it out, and we'll be able to teach you how to be part of the family. And if you didn't move forward, CTU, listen, I'm not going to be insulted. Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe you're not ready yet. But that's okay. Listen, been doing it for 30 years. I'll be here to the day I die. I love what I do. But I'm just telling you right now, fellow traders, if you don't want to continue with us, you got to learn from somebody, and you might need to learn from a few people. But don't be ignorant. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Okay, is a very big failure rate. And the goal is not having someone to show you what's going up. So it's that someone to teach you how to stop losing it. And that's what we're known for. So I look forward to seeing you all there. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Appreciate it. And happy trading. I'll see you all in the trading room. And don't forget to book your appointment when you talk to Education Advisor with me personally, okay? And then I'll see you live tomorrow also at NASDAQ.